Hi and welcome to Off That Couch Fitness, first video blog, and today I'm going to interview Lincolnshire strongman and race team athlete Steve Grocock. So Steve, for those that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Steve Grocock, married to Angie, been married for 20 years, two sons, Aidan, who you know very well from training, Josh, who's now at university. I work at the Umber Bank at the oil refinery. That's pretty much it.
Okay, thanks for that. So how long have you been doing triathlon and how did you get into it?
I first got into it in about 2008. I used to go to the gym a bit, and I remember seeing that you guys had put on the Link Squad like a poster on the wall, advertising then for a triathlon. I thought at the time when I saw it, I thought, I can do the swimming, I can run a little bit. All I need to do is get a bike, and that was it. I entered that Brig, 2008.
So you just told us then that Brig Sprint was your first race in 2008. So just tell us a little bit about your experience of that race, if you would please.
I suppose I was like everybody when you first start out. Your times, as you know, are seeded, and you put in a swim time. And when I first saw the poster, I went out and tried to swim. And despite being a swimmer when I was a kid, it was a nightmare trying to sort of string 2 or 3 legs together. So I remember putting a time in for about 8 minutes, something like that. And obviously as the event got nearer, I trained a little bit more, and I probably got my time down to 6 minutes, and that actually phoned you guys up to seed me a bit nearer the, if you like, the better athletes, if you like. The trouble is with that, as we all know, you guys were good at all 3. I was a reasonable swimmer at that particular time, and I spent the whole rest of the race being, the loneliest race I've ever done. You guys just flew past me on the bike, and I ended up, coming in all on my own at the end. But it was good. I really enjoyed it, and especially the biking. I could see how much improvement you could make on the bike. That particular year, the course, luckily for me, the run course was short, so it was only about 2.5 miles. So I remember labouring in about 23 minutes for 2.5 miles. So that's how out of condition I was. I must have been at least 15.5 stone. So. But that was it. I got addicted really, if you like, from then on, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I think I got probably in the top 25%. So I think I beat a few of my mates, which spurred me on a bit. So
15 stone, good effort.
Yeah. So really enjoyed it, and that was it. From then on, I couldn't wait till the next year. Which is May time, and I went in Woodall Spa one after that. Really enjoyed that as well. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you won't mind me saying, but around these parts, you're known as a really strong biker, but as Ironman Barcelona last year showed, you're also a really strong swimmer. I found that out personally myself when you came past me after about 2k. So can you tell us a bit about your swimming background as a junior?
Yes, I must admit, I suppose I thank my parents for that now, but at the time I didn't, but I did a hell of a lot of swimming when I was a kid. I don't know if they thought I was going to be some Olympic champion or whatever, but I remember doing this a thing at school where you had to describe your hobby, and I remember getting up in front of the class and saying that I go swimming 9 times a week, and this one of my mates says, how can you go 9 times? There's only 7 days in a week, and I had to point out, I go in the morning, I go at night, I go galas, this and that. So it did. It was a massive thing in my life. I had a real good mate there as well, Simon Whaley as well. He was a county champion flyer, county champion front crawler. So that and he was really good. So it sort of left me with, right, I'm gonna concentrate on breaststroke, because he was rubbish at that. So I did breaststroke, and I did end up getting county champion at breaststroke. So although now the breaststroke didn't really stand me in good stead for the triathlon, it was still obviously a really good base, But it was it was good, but the pressure at such a young age. I do remember, as daft as it sounds, asking me mum and dad if I could actually pack swimming in. If I won the county championships, could I pack it in? That's how much I'd fallen out of love with it. So, but now, I feel sorry for a lot of these guys who come to triathlon now, who are having to learn to swim. So it's always there. So kudos to them for sort of having a go in the 30s, 40s. Because I know how hard it was, even despite having such a good swimming background. When I first come back to swimming, I'd go off and do 1 length fine, I'd do 2 lengths fine, and 3 lengths, that was it. I was breaststroking already. That's how much it is with swimming. You can soon sort of fall out of it, really. I think you've mentioned it, I've mentioned it about with swimming. It's something you've got to really keep on top of. You only need 1 day off it, and you seem to be 2 days behind, and I really believe in that. It's a big thing with swimming, and that's why I, you know, with my training now, I tend not to do a great deal. I'll wait till the Ancombe gets a bit warmer in April, and I'll go swimming in the Ancombe and sort of build up before an event rather than waste all Christmas getting good swimming, because I know full well if I have a week off, I just go backwards. But yeah, swimming, that was it. For years, it took over my life, swimming. So, yeah.
Okay, so if you started in 2008, you've probably been doing triathlon for 9 years. So is there one particular race performance that stands out for you?
9 years, yeah. I suppose maybe not one, but I did like all the Ironman. Obviously, the first Ironman you ever do, it's such a challenge. You do, you know, them distances. So that is a real. Obviously, you remember that forever. And then I've since that was Austria. That one. That was my first one.
What year was that, Steve?
2010. So that was 2 years after I started. I went out there and did that. And yeah, just finishing is enough for that. The second one I did Roth, again another Ironman, which I really enjoyed that one. The last one was Barcelona, which I qualified for Kona, so that obviously sticks out. I did I really enjoyed the opposite of the Ironman. I did the sprints. I went to Israel and did the GB thing, I raced for Great Britain there, and that was really good. Yeah, it was Israel. I don't know, it was a really good place. When I was out there, you expected Israel not to be too clever, but it was a really good place, like a seaside resort.
So that was a sprint, was that a 750 metre open water swim?
Yeah, it was, yeah. No, we didn't have wetsuits, you had a choice as well with wetsuits, and I went with and you know, Binchy, he was out with us, and Alan Woodcock, and we all made this decision wrongly to not wear the wetsuits, and we, despite us being half decent swimmers, we give a lot of time away on that. But yeah, that was really good. The little jellyfish things in the sea as well. It was a great event. But Barcelona, I think, this year, end of last year, 2015, was probably my best one, I think.
Nice one. Cheers. Okay, so we've talked about you being a really good swimmer and biker, and I'm sure you don't mind me saying that maybe your run has not quite been on par with those two in the past. But last year, you seem to have made a bit of a breakthrough with your run. So can you tell us anything that you've done different, body weight, training different, anything with that? Running with Aidan even?
Yes, oh yeah, good point. Yeah, did a lot of running with Aidan last year. But no, you're right. Running, I've never been a runner, and I do find it difficult. I suppose the saving grace with it is in a triathlon. My standalone times, if I run 10Ks or marathons, I get absolutely annihilated on a standalone race. But I suppose in a triathlon, I don't know why, whether it's maybe because of my biking, I don't know, I can still run the same speed, whether it's a standalone or whether I've just done 112 miles on the bike. It doesn't really make much difference to me. So I think my times probably look better than what they are. But I remember you guys, I'm not just plugging you and Dean, but I remember on the training camp, it was Dean saw straight away, he pointed out, I was really overstriding and this and that, and he says, look, get your head up and get your chest out and little steps, and just some little changes like that made a massive difference. Maybe not on speed, but for saving my energy. And you can sort of run miles and miles just by these little steps, and it made a big difference, yeah. So yeah, I'm never going to wreck any records running, but in a triathlon it's more of a leveler for me. I mean, as you know, I won't even enter any running races because it's embarrassing. So, but yeah, triathlon I do get away with it.
Obviously, we know that you qualified for the Ironman World Champs Kona this year, but apart from that, what other plans have you got in 2016?
Yes, good point. Well, the obvious one's Austria. I'm doing that in June, so I need to really pull my finger out for that because that's not going to be far away.
Quite a big group from Linkswell going with that.
Yeah, there's loads of us. I bet there's a dozen of us doing that. Yeah, and obviously the wives and family. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I suppose that'll break my year up, I suppose. Whether I can get on form for June, at the minute I feel like I can't. But the training camp will help Mallorca, so I'll be with you guys there for a week. We're off the couch fit and real fitness. It's the Edge, you'll know. It's the Links Edge, is that before?
Links Edge in July 10th.
Oh, is it right? Okay. Well, I'll probably do that because I enjoyed that last year. Before Kona, I'll try and put in the Sundowner we did last year. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Or the Steelman, that's a good old cheap favourite. I like that.
Yeah.
And they're normally, the Sundowner especially, is normally near October time, so it's sort of ideal for Kona.
What about biking events and sportives, time trials?
Yeah, I'll try and cram as many as them. Yeah, I'll do the time trialing again, I think, this year. Just keeps your speed up a little bit. I'll try and do as many sporties as I can. My problem is because I've got bloody Hawaii. I shouldn't have said Hawaii. I shouldn't have said bloody. Because I've got Hawaii, I've had to ask a lot of the guys to work a lot of shifts for me. So for me to repay them back, I'm working a lot on my weekends, which means I can't not every event I can do because I'm paying days back. I know Aidan would like me to race him at a sprint. I keep promising that I will race him, but there's no excuses. I just haven't got the opportunity, honestly.
So it's not an excuse, obviously. Trying to avoid racing.
That's right, yeah. Oh, the team relays, that'll be good. We've got a big family contingent doing that. My brother, sister-in-law, my sister, husband, Aidan, and might even drag Josh and them in. So that'll be good. But yeah, I'm going to tick over, and I don't want to be peaking too early, because I don't always like the training. So what I'm going to do is, I think last year I just about got it right. I was terrible all throughout the season, and I just about nailed it for Barcelona. And I'm going to try and do the same this year. So I'm not expecting miracles at Austria or whatever, but we'll see.
Okay then, so let's talk Kona 2016. Qualify for the Ironman World Champs. Going to be racing that against the best that Ironman has to offer. How does that feel?
Yes. Oh yeah. I suppose it's a dream come true. Really, I've got to say when we went out to Barcelona, the last thing on my mind. Well, not the last thing on there. You always dream of Kona, but I never thought it was capable of it really.
Just remind everyone to see, what was your time that you qualified with?
9:34 is what I qualified with, and that was with a 5-minute penalty. So, but yeah, it was a good time, and as you know, there's certain Ironman events that attract some good lads, and Austria, Roth I suppose, and your Barcelona do attract some good lads. So I didn't really expect to qualify. I was hoping secretly to have a go at one of the British events, and thought I might stand maybe a chance there, So yeah, it was a big surprise to qualify. So yeah, so then it was like a bit of a whirlwind. It was like as soon as it was announced, it was like you rush through and there's you're signing up for something. You've obviously got to get your credit card out and you're throwing money away. And I remember there being couples in there crying, man and wife, because it was obviously a dream of them at theirs. And I'm thinking, flipping, I never really thought about this. And it's still in some ways I haven't really got over it. It's a strange feeling, especially never going. I don't know what to apartments wise and all that lot and what it's going to be like when I get there. And I still haven't booked it anyway. So, but yeah. I mean, obviously you've told me about it with Luke. He's been, hasn't he? Robbie's been, Dean's been before. So I've heard from you guys how good it is. So I'm really looking forward to it. Just got to get back on with the training and get rid of this rain out there so I can get out on the bike. So
you're going into it with any targets, any ambitions, or is it just to enjoy the day?
Yeah. Well, of course I'm always going to say I'm just there to enjoy the day, which I always sandbag a bit, but I don't know. I guess if I could get under 10 hours in Kona, that is an achievement. Yeah. I mean, probably if I said 10 hours at Austria, people might think I'm sandbagging. You can do that. Whereas Kona, I'm not daft. I know what's in store, how hot it is, how windy it is, how humid it is, all these different things. The swim, no wetsuit swim, and all this. No disc on my bike. All these sort of things. So I know how hard it's going to be. And I'm not the best in hot weather, so I don't know how that's going to go. I can imagine the Roth Ironman. Oh, the run was just so hot, and I was terrible. It was, and I'm sort of expecting the same for Kona. But no, it's as you know, you're never going to win it, or not our standard. So it's just all about enjoying it and trying to make a bit of a holiday of it. And try and go to Vegas on the way back and all this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be a good year, 2016.
Excellent. Okay, thanks for joining us today for Off That Couch Fitness's first video blog with race team member Steve Grocock. We wish him all the best for Kona 2016. Tune in next time when we'll be interviewing another race team member. Thank you.